God gave this raccoon a sign. But it came too late. It was a quiet night. Too quiet. The kind of silence that makes you hear things that shouldn't even exist. In the middle of that silence, a small raccoon sat by the window, staring into the darkness. He wasn't just alone. He felt forgotten. Every night had started to feel the same, empty, cold, meaningless. And for the first time, he whispered something he had never said before. "Is anyone even listening?" No answer. Just the sound of the wind, brushing against the trees. Days passed. Nothing changed. The raccoon stopped asking. He stopped hoping. Because deep down, he believed something painful, that maybe, no one was there. That maybe, he was truly alone. One night. Everything felt heavier than usual. The darkness didn't just surround him. It felt like it was closing in. He walked slowly through a narrow hallway, his footsteps echoing in the silence. And then, he heard it. A faint sound. Soft, distant. Almost like a whisper. He froze. His heart started pounding. He turned back. Nothing. Just darkness. But something felt different. Like the air itself was watching him. That night. He couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about that sound. Was it real? Or just his mind breaking under loneliness? He sat in the corner, holding his head. And for a moment he almost spoke again. Almost asked for help. But he didn't. Because what's the point? When no one answers the next night. Something changed. The storm outside was louder than ever. Rain hitting the windows. Wind screaming through the trees. And suddenly, the lights flickered. Once. Twice. Then everything went dark. Complete silence. And in that silence, a soft glow appeared. Right in front of him. The raccoon slowly looked up. His eyes widened. It wasn't bright. It wasn't loud. Just a small, calm light. But it felt warm. Different. Safe. For a moment. He just stared at it. His heart, slowly calming down. And then a thought crossed his mind. What if, this is the answer? For the first time in days. He felt something. Hope. But it scared him. Because hope means believing again. And believing means, risking disappointment. The light flickered gently. As if it was waiting. Calling him. But instead of moving closer, he stepped back. Doubt filled his mind. What if it's nothing? What if I'm just imagining this too? What if I trust it, and it disappears? So he did what fear makes everyone do. He ignored it. The light stayed for a moment longer. Then slowly. It faded. Gone. Just like that. The room returned to darkness. And silence. Days passed again. But this time, something felt worse. Not loneliness. Regret. Because deep inside, he knew. That wasn't random. That wasn't imagination. That was a sign. A moment. An answer. And he let it go. One night, he sat in the same place again. But now, there was no whisper. No sound. No light. Just emptiness. He looked up, and finally said, "I'm ready now," but nothing happened. No response. No sign. Nothing. And that's when it hit him. Sometimes, the answer comes quietly. Not as a voice. Not as a miracle. But as a small moment, that asks you to believe. But if you ignore it, if you let fear win, you might not get it again. The raccoon sat there, not scared anymore. Not confused. Just silent. Because now he understood something: he was never truly alone. He just didn't recognize the sign when it came. And maybe, somewhere out there, someone watching this is doing the same thing. Waiting for something big, while ignoring the small signs already sent to them. So before you sleep tonight, ask yourself one thing: what if the answer already came, and you just didn't notice it? Because sometimes, God doesn't come louder. He comes softer. And if you're not paying attention, it might come too late.